Morning, everybody. So, crazy Christian conspiracy theories number 9. I have no idea what number 10 is going to be. I'm racking my brains, but I just can't come up with one. Number 9 is the second coming of Christ. So much material read on it, whether it's Barry Smith, Winky Pratney, Constance Cumby. This one's the most... This is the world's going to end in 1982 book, I think. It's like the world can't go past 1982. So you can have a history of when the dates that they put on the end of the world. Well, there probably is somewhere. I don't care. Anywho, so the two biggest ones for me, obviously, and this one, Barry Smith says that Christ will either return in January the 1st, 2000, before it or after it. He said that to create a loophole. So if Jesus didn't return on the January 1st of 2000, he could still carry on preaching. And he says so in this video from the pulpit. So I saw him on March 29th. Whatever year this is, would have been 1999. March 31st, April the 1st and April the 2nd at the Victory Christian Centre in Beaumont Street. Wow, but I mean, I've got tons of Barry Smith videotapes. That's just the only one I can find. The rest is in a box somewhere. And of course, after that happened, then comes along George Curl. In this 4-hour teaching series, End Times teacher and evangelist George Curl examines the time cycles of human history in the light of God's plan and demonstrates how the interlocking patterns of chronological prophecy in the scripture converge into one single year. You'd be amazed what the year was. George served as a navigator with Bomber Command in Europe during World War II. He lives in New Zealand and ministers as an evangelist using chronology and the scriptures to show the imminence of the Lord's prophesied return. So this is a 4-hour tape. It's a 2-tape series, and I don't know where tape 2 is. It's in a box somewhere. I don't care. Anyhow, so he proves using Bible chronology that Christ will return in 2005. And there's no Mickey Mouse theories in his words. No Mickey Mouse series, it's pure mathematics to prove that Christ will return. Because such and such a king was emperor of so-and-so in such and such a year, and therefore you add 2,435.712462 to that, and you get the date of the end of the world, which is January the 1st, 2005. So what do you do when you're a complete loony? 2000 comes and goes and you're still carrying on going to church. 2005 comes and goes and you're still going to church, listening to when's the next date going to be made? When's the next date coming? What proof have we got? And eventually, by the time we got to the stupid Mayan calendar 2012 thing, crap movie by the way, I was totally out of the whole, why bother even trying to put dates on when Christ will return? It's pointless. It's absolutely pointless. No amount of research, no amount of panicking about it or worrying about it or whatever is going to change the world. It's not going to stop World War III coming. Who cares anymore? So we got, from Barry's book, like the Treaty of Rome. So we got the Benelux Agreement, Belgium, Luxembourg, Holland, Italy, France, West Germany, Great Britain, Irish Republic, Norway, Denmark. Then we got Norway out, Great Britain, Irish Republic, Denmark, Spain, Portugal, Turkey. So now in 2018 that the Britain's pulling out of the EU, the Great Brexit. What's going to happen? Here's the final list. Belgium, Luxembourg, France, Italy, Irish Republic. Okay. West Germany, Holland, Great Britain, Denmark. I think that's all wrong. I'm looking at this through unbrainwashed eyes. Yeah, anyway, so now that Brexit is happening, a lot of these end time prophets are going to be having meetings all night long going, what do we do now? We're going to have to change the number order of the horns. The crowns, is it the crowns on the horns of the dragon that represent these countries in the last days? So, yeah, whatever happens in world politics is going to alter the end times prophecy theology, cult, whatever you want to call it, organized information collected into a database of nonsense. Yeah. So this one really affected me because I was so young when I read this. There's horror movies, there's horror books about horror, and then there's this stuff. And I really, until a few months back, I never thought that I could ever debunk this book, that it was fact from page 1 to page 260, whatever. I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe the information about services and New Age clubs and things like that, she's got names and addresses and places, so that's true, but they're probably defunct nowadays, and they probably never had an agenda in the first place to take over the world. Here's a weird one. There is an evolutionary advance taking place in the world today as a new and higher form of humanity takes control of the planet, and therefore surviving while the older species dies out from a massive overdose of irrationalism. Outwardly, these mutant humans resemble the earlier forms. The difference is inward in their changed mentality, in their conscious. Homo neoticus is the name I give to the emerging form of humanity. Who the hell wrote that? John White said in the introduction to the 1979 International Cooperation Council Directory. Okay. Good on you, John White. Great theory. Didn't come about, never happened. Well, there is a new evolution, a new species evolving. They're called transgender. We're both... No, that's me. Okay, sorry. Some of us are both genders simultaneously, which is the whole next series that I'll be doing after this series. So the Age of Aquarius and all this, Helena Petrovna Blavatsky and the Illuminati and Bilderbergers and G7 and the Christ is coming, the Christ is now here, the Christ is now here. Okay, so I'll claim this one for myself. Looking back in hindsight, not knowing what was happening to me at the time, it was also a great way for me to escape reality, escape living in the real world. When you buy into these conspiracy theories, you can switch your brain off. You can stop thinking. You can not worry about tomorrow because Christ is coming tomorrow. So why bother doing shopping? Why bother cleaning yourself? Why doing anything? Because the world's going to end tomorrow. You've got 24 hours to live. What are you going to do? You're going to worry about the rainbow, the hidden dangers of the rainbow. Funny, that's actually, I know the LGBT community uses the rainbow all the time, but the reason I use the rainbow colors in my videos is because of this, the hidden dangers of the rainbow. I was working on the sound desk as a teenager in Elim Church, and my job was to copy off tapes of the sermons and pass it on to those who ordered tape number blah 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 blah. And I got a hold of the 4 cassette tape series that Constance did on Whack Radio, whatever it was. And I listened to the tapes over and over and over and over again. I was so scared about the world ending. I felt that because I knew this knowledge that I was somehow superior to other people, and I taught everyone I knew about this information, and that this information was more important than learning about what the Bible had to say about anything, because Jesus was coming back, the Antichrist was on his way already, so didn't have much time, had so much to do in so little time. And so it took up all my life, it took up all my brain power, made me anxious, made me depressed, made me schizophrenic. And now I'm out of this whole nonsense. What do I personally believe about Christ returning now? He can come back if he wants, he can come back whenever he wants, but I'm not going to worry about a damn thing. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't care about what's changing, which empire's bargaining for position in the crown of the heads of the dragon and things like that. Just get on with your life. This is me talking to myself. Get on with your life. Live a healthy life. And when he comes, you'll be gone anyway. I mean, you know, one will be working in the field, one will be left behind, one will go. Left Behind series. Yeah, I forgot to mention that one. Oh my God, I haven't even watched it because I was so sick of the whole Christ is returning nonsense that I didn't read the books. I didn't read, is it Timothy LaHaye or something like that? I didn't watch any of the movies. And I think he only made one. But there's like 5 books, so didn't bother with that. Didn't care, out of it. Completely don't care. And yeah, Christ can come back whenever he wants, whenever he feels like it. The Antichrist can land on Earth in a spaceship and go, I'm Visayas or Moroni. Worship me, take a mark on your right hand or in your forehead so that you can buy and sell my products and blah, 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 blah. But I don't care. And anybody that's a Christian minister, pastor, leader, speaker, putting dates on Christ's return should stop it. Naughty. You're just wrecking the gospel message. You're ruining true Christianity. You're creating a fake Christianity that makes people walk away from Christ. And Derek Prince actually talked about, I saw a YouTube video of Derek Prince on it talking about exactly the same thing, that these could be, in his words, doctrines of devils. So if you believe in demons in the demonic realm or whatever, then some of these crazy Christian conspiracy theories are actually created by demons, and it's the pastors who get famous by preaching the demonic crap. And see, and now I'm creating my own conspiracy theories, so I'm going to stop now. I have no idea what number 10 is going to be. I'm racking my brains. I did have the idea, but I didn't write it down, so I've completely forgotten what it is. Church abuse or something. Just like shame, guilt, something like that. I don't know. So leave a comment in below on what number 10 should be. Bye. Do, rainbow flying high.